Hey guys, MichaelBtheGameGenie here. Thank you so very much for watching this video. Last night on Arcade1 Update, Arcade1Up announced a new product release being unveiled on a new episode of That 1UP show on April 20th. And in the thumbnail, they showed 4 silhouettes of cabs that were potentially coming out. Or at least that's what I thought. Turns out we were being trolled and there's only one product coming out or being unveiled on the 20th. I'm going to tell you more about this right after this. So that's right guys, in today's video, I'm going to tell you all about how I got. The fun thing about YouTube is seeing things, speculating, and hoping for the things that we want, but sometimes the simplest answer is the correct one. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you so much for checking out the video. Guys, I always appreciate your support, and if this is your first time to the channel, you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, all that YouTube stuff. So guys, in the closing moments of yesterday's Arcade1 Update episode, we got this teaser image, the thumbnail for the next That 1UP show, unveiling a new product release. So this is a new product. Of course, it's singular, so that should have been an initial guess here. It's not saying new product releases or new line release. It says new product release on April 20th. But there in the thumbnail, there was 4 cabs, and immediately people like me start to speculate. Oh, what could these cabs be? Some of these rumors that have been out there for a while, maybe these cabinets are showing off those images, and started to get excited. Turned out this was all part of an elaborate troll. So in my reaction video I released last night, I went into full conspiracy theorist mode, trying to figure out what 4 cabinets were shown in this image. Like I had talked about in that video, I talked about how the one on the farthest left looked like Missile Command, how the next cab over looked like a Williams cab, and it was potentially Robotron. I didn't know what the cab in front was, but a couple people in the comments and afterwards pointed out that it's clearly a Qbert arcade, and the last one over I said was Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. Other people are saying it's potentially Double Dragon. Turns out none of this was in fact accurate. So for you guys that follow Arcade1Up pretty closely, like I do myself, because you're genuinely interested in the products, you may also follow some of the personalities involved in the company. One, for example, is John D. John D put up this Twitter square image last night of the next That 1UP show saying April 20th, come find out what it is. Then if you scroll down and look at some of the comments, people are guessing the same way me. Oh, is that Qbert? Is that this? And then, of course, we get a response from Console Fanboy. Console Fanboy says, everyone predicting what these cabs will be is so nuts. Just read the title, guys. It says product release, singular. Singular, not plural. The silhouettes are just there for show. It looks cool, but it's one product release, not releases. Jesus. Now, I find this humorous because Zohar is pretty close with the Outsiders and the group that hangs out with John, so it kind of feels like the TA that's banging the professor sitting there during an exam with the answer key being shrugged to other students who are struggling to answer the questions, but I digress. So then Zohar also went on to release a YouTube short talking about the issue as well. Arcade1Up is releasing only one cab on April 20th. Stop being an idiot. Because it's easier when you already know the answer. But anyways, he does go into detail showing these cabs. And what I find humorous about this, let me just pause it, is so Zohar in his video is putting PNG images in place of the cabs on what people were speculating the silhouettes meant. Now, here's what's funny about that. If you take a look at the cabs he's actually putting there in the silhouettes, it's the exact same PNG images of these cabs that were made that were used to make the silhouettes on the thumbnail in the first place. And like, I just have to laugh at that, because if you're not in the know, how did you have these PNG images ready to go to throw into your video? So it's just funny to me. And now at the same time, to be fair, maybe he's not in the know and he got some video help from Mason Conrad, who does Zohar's YouTube thumbnails and also does the thumbnails and images and some of the video work for Arcade1Up on some of this stuff. The other thing is Zohar's pretty close with Console Kits. Console Kits is also involved in that process, so maybe he shared those images with him. But if you take a look in his video, those are the exact same PNG images used to make the silhouettes, even in the same angles and everything that we see on the cabinets. So it is kind of humorous, right? Anyways, Zohar does correctly state that it's actually only going to be one game coming out on the 20th, which is Fast and the Furious. I know a lot of you people are saying, we all knew it was Fast and the Furious. Again, it's the simplest answer. Fast and the Furious was already leaked. It was in the manual for the new deluxe cabs. We know it's coming. Maybe they're just having a little fun with us. So, you know, I just wanted to make a video because I didn't want to get people riled up thinking that there was this huge announcement coming and then, you know, being pissed off at Arcade1Up when it happens because of this thumbnail they threw up. I was openly critical of my video saying Arcade1Up sometimes aren't very smart because they'll throw the actual cab in the thumbnail. I said exactly that. So good on them for actually changing things up and doing something different this time to kind of throw us off the scent. Unfortunately, it is just Fast and the Furious. For people that are excited for Fast and the Furious, you know, there you go. You're getting the cab that you want. But for most of us, it's kind of deflating because we're all waiting for Arcade1Up to do something really cool and really interesting, and that thumbnail kind of alluded to the fact that maybe Arcade1Up was listening and going to do something really cool and really interesting, but in the end, it's just the Fast and the Furious, and that kind of sucks in my opinion. It's not a cab I'm interested in. Now, another thing I did hear was there's more to this troll job than meets the eye, because the multiple cabs in the display aren't just there for a troll job. It might also be alluding to the fact that this Fast and the Furious cab is in fact linkable, meaning you can race with other people if you have multiple cabs. Now, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to go out and buy 2 or 3 of these Fast and Furious cabs, but say, for example, you got a buddy that lives close by, he has a Fast and the Furious cab as well, maybe you can bring it over, link him up, and you guys can race together. So that's pretty neat if that's something you're looking for. We talked about this Monday on my Chill and Chat episode, so if that's true, that's a really cool connection and a good use of the thumbnail. The one thing I do take a little bit of umbrage with is I feel personally slighted a little bit by this, and I'll tell you why. So if you go back to the silhouettes they actually used and the actual cabs, you can clearly see Robotron and Q*bert are out front. And I think it's pretty obvious that I've been saying for the last 2 years, man, I want Arcade1Up to make a Robotron cab. And also, you guys know, P-Dubs, his favorite arcade game is Q*bert. He's been hoping for them to make a Q*bert cab. So I feel like this was a shot across the bow directly at us for some reason. What a weird company. I mean, I would... I'm all about you guys, you know, covering up the fact that this is going to be Fast and the Furious coming out. You want to add some intrigue to it, but you also don't want to mislead people. So for the stupidness and pettiness of taking little shots and jokey shots at people, I do worry about that, because you do have a bunch of people that, unlike Zohar said, aren't idiots, but are just people that are excited about your product and want to see you release cool games. So taking shots like this, and then for people to absolutely, you know, go off on people that have hope that you might do something they'd be interested in, is a really weird business decision. So anyways, I think it's funny, I got, but at the same time, you do run the risk of upsetting some of your fan base. Anyways, guys, that's all I got in this video. I just wanted to say again, don't get your hopes up on April 20th for any, like, craziness, new cabs. It's going to be Fast and the Furious, apparently. I could be wrong about this again, but I was told last night it was a major troll job, and that it is just going to be Fast and the Furious being announced on April 20th. Hopefully, I'm wrong once again, and the thing that was told to me that this was a troll job was yet again another troll job. The one thing I am holding out hope for, that this isn't just like a troll job and a joke at other people's expense. I'm hoping that maybe those 4 cabs, even though they don't represent what's being released on the 20th, are maybe a future indication of a roadmap and the direction that Arcade1Up is going in the future, because if they are going to release some of these cabs that they threw the silhouettes out there for, I think people will be pretty excited about that. And you can let me know in the comments down below, would you be excited about some of the cabs I suggested, or some of the cabs they used to make the silhouettes to kind of troll all of us? Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think of this? Are you excited for April 20th now, knowing that it is just going to be an announcement of the Fast and the Furious? Is that a cab that you're excited for? And also let me know some of the other cabs and silhouettes they use to make this thumbnail for this video. Is this something you'd like to see Arcade1Up make in the future? Anyways, guys, once again, thank you so very much for watching. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you guys next time.